Hello, friends. I want to talk about this controversy that the BAFTA have right now, where they let this guy scream the N word to the two guys that were on the stage presenting an award. Now, I don't think this was by an accident. I really don't think so, because from my understanding, this syndrome, the Tourette syndrome, or whatever you call it, I've never heard and I've seen uh, like so many examples of people having this disease, but I've never seen a person with Tourette's where they just scream out the N word, like really bad, racially charged, bad words. Like I've never seen somebody just say the N word over and over again. Usually they say bitch or ass or whatever like that, or they say the F word. You know, but I've never seen where these guys would just out of nowhere just say the N word. And by coincidence, there's two black guys presenting an award on stage, and out of nowhere they get called the N word, which is a terrible thing. Like, these two guys do not deserve to be insulted in front of everybody like that. And these guys are celebrities, so you know maybe they have a little bit of respect. They should get a little bit of respect. But the way the BBC and the BAFTA has how they handle this situation is just a lack of disrespect. First of all, they there's no apology. There's no real apology to these guys, and the CBC, not the CBC, the BBC. What am I talking about? The BBC. Uh, they they could have cut this thing because the broadcast was not live. The broadcast was pre-recorded, and I've edited so many videos in my life. I've edited so many videos, and I've put stuff on air. On the TV networks. I've done that. For me, I watch my videos like at least three times, at least four times from beginning to the end. And I make sure what's on the video is what I want to be aired. What's on the video is what I want people to hear. If there's anything on the video I don't like or I don't want to be broadcasted, I will cut it out. I will cut it out. And so, and I've done this for a long time. Like, I was a video editor for a long time, and I've edited so many videos, and I've seen so many footage of people being saying bad things. I've seen people behaving badly on videos, and it was up to me to decide, do I really want other people to see these people behave this way, or do I want to cut their behavior out? And I've cut their behavior out because I don't want to embarrass them. I don't want their families to be embarrassed. So if there's anything that they've said or the way they behave on camera, I would cut it out. I will cut it out. So this was intentional. I think the BBC wanted this thing to happen. I think they wanted some type of a controversy because maybe the BAFTA is really terrible now. Using Donald Trump's words, the BAFTA has low ratings. They have no ratings. Nobody really cares about the BAFTA. So they need to create a little bit of controversy so people can talk about the BAFTA. And why not do it in a way where you're going to insult black people? you know. The other thing is, like, I find it very strange that they would cut. There was a person making a speech, and I think they mentioned something about Palestine, and that part of the speech was cut out before it was aired on BBC. But with this guy saying the N word, calling these two guys the N word, that part was left in. So I really think it's intentional. I don't think it was by accident. And I don't know what the remedy is. I think it's beyond apology. You know, I think it's way beyond apology. But it's a really disgusting and a shame thing for the BBC to do. These guys deserve to be respected. They deserve to be respected and not be insulted in front of everybody like that. It's really a sad thing. I'm not a fan of the BBC. I don't like BBC anymore because of the way, like, they're not really a great news organization. They have a lot of, like, the way they operate, it's not trustworthy. The way they report on things is not trustworthy. So really, nothing the BBC produces is any good. And this is an example of how their politics actually is, where they're very racial. They're very racist from the get-go. Thank you for watching.